Hi, everybody. My name's Brian Mckenna, and my friendship with Elyne began 19 years ago as co-counselors at the Hole in the Wall Gang Camp. Some of the folks here have heard us talk about it or are familiar with it, but the Hole in the Wall Gang Camp was started by Paul Newman. It's for children with life-threatening illnesses and their freeloading siblings. My friend Chris is one. When we started at camp, we went through an orientation process. It's a little bit stressful. You're learning things all the time. At the same time, the unit leaders are evaluating who they're going to pick for their cabin and who they're going to assign as co-counselors. When I first found out that Elyne was going to be my co-counselor, I'm not going to lie, I wasn't sure how I felt about it. It's probably at this time that I should tell you that the summer before, I had volunteered, and I had spent 4 weeks 30 feet from Elyne, and I don't think I'd ever heard him talk. I got used to being okay with the quiet times quickly. A moment that I think really solidified our friendship was that first summer together. Elyne and I in our cabin were walking back from the dining hall, and a camper of ours named Kevin looked up and saw that the moon was bright and orange and big, and he said, "Oh, why is the moon so orange?" And Elyne and I looked at each other, not really sure how to answer the question. Elyne looked at the camper and said, "It's because Satan." I started laughing. The kid was thoroughly confused. It was the beginning of a beautiful friendship. I don't think you have to look hard to understand everything that's impressive about Elyne. He's very handsome. He was a key member of the inaugural staff that launched a camp in Southern California. He built several programs supporting a community at Renaissance Village, very poorly named, in Louisiana, for families that were relocated by Hurricane Katrina. He's really good looking. He's a neurosurgeon. He can play the guitar. He's unbelievably attractive. And all of these things are true, of course, and it's a reflection of a ton of hard work. I guess not the handsome part, but there are so many things that I came to appreciate about Elyne that started that summer 19 years ago. I've described working at Hole in the Wall, and specifically being a cabin counselor, as one of the hardest jobs, but also, the best job I've ever had and I probably ever will have. It requires a unique set of skills. You need to be the source of fun and silliness for 8 kids 9 times for a summer, but you also need to be like their foundation. They're someone that they can trust and feel safe with. The silliness part came very natural to me. I don't normally have a mustache, if people don't know that. But it really accentuated with Elyne. We spent an entire week together in character as janitors, wearing coveralls. We didn't take them off except for to sleep or to shower. So we wore them in the pool, we wore them at the horse barn. They did not smell very good. But to be honest, the quiet part didn't come natural to me. These kids in general are good at being lie detectors, and the kids at camp especially. They could see right through you if you weren't authentic or if they felt they couldn't trust you. It's an area where I really honestly learned so much just from watching Elyne. His ability to connect to every kid that came through our camp is something that wasn't apparent the summer before outside of his cabin, but something that it was amazing to watch up close. And that's a gift that really, I think he brings with him to everything he does. Everyone that he meets, he connects with. I've never seen him at work, but I can imagine, and hearing from his coworkers, it's something that his patients benefit from every day. Elyne visited me during my senior year of college. I'm not sure how long you stayed with us, but he was referred to as the guy staying on my couch, so it was long enough. He was starting out on a road trip cross country, and he had made it to New Jersey. And I think we both were in a space where we weren't sure what we wanted to do next with our lives. And he was a year ahead of me, so he was facing that decision a bit before me. We actually wrote up a contract. I can't tell you what was in it. I don't have it. I don't know where it is. But we basically agreed to support each other through that process. And it's funny, I believe, certainly there were a number of stops, but I think his next destination that he landed on for more than a couple of days was here. And so it's fitting that we're spending this time together here. And it's fitting that that would be the jumping off point for you to accomplish everything that you've since accomplished as an adult. And actually, this is probably a good time to thank Dolores and Stuart for having us all here today.
You're here.
Setting. I'm very fortunate to have been able to make that today. So. And that brings us to Leanne. I'm sorry that I spent this whole speech and haven't gotten to the best part. I first met Leanne when she came out to Philadelphia for New Year's Eve. She was hanging out with us and a group of camp friends. We can be a loud, intimidating, boisterous bunch, and especially in Philadelphia where we know each other for too long, and anytime we get back together, we kind of tend to only have blinders for each other. But Leanne jumped right in as if she had been a member of the camp community all along. And seeing her play with my kids, my son at the time, and my nieces and nephew, it's very clear that you could have been a camp person all along. So, I think frankly it's comforting to me to know that with all the problems going on right now, that incredibly good-looking, smart and funny, with the voice of an angel, can find somebody who's also unbelievably good-looking, intelligent, and funny. In all seriousness, I'm so happy for you both. Excited for your incredible future together, and I hope you know how many people here and who couldn't make it today love you and are here for you in your next life together. So, to Elyne and Leanne.
Cheers.